It's a holiday for some people. If you're in the beauty industry, it's a regular old day. Actually, I did when my son was younger or I had stepkids, whatever, I was used to my off day on Monday. So when we had holidays on Monday, it was like the holidays infringed on our regular off day, right? So I'm coming to you to do this quick, just a training, just share some information with you guys and give you some value on, how to raise your prices. It's the end of the year. It's October. We're in the third quarter. We're pushing the end of the year. And I was just reading an article on Facebook last week about Disneyland raising its prices. And we live in Southern California. So yes, please invite people, share the link to as many people as you know. This is really important, and this is good stuff. Thank you for the love. And Disneyland raised its prices, and in Southern California, they have these like passes where you can get these annual memberships and go as much as possible. And they were doing that to create, to get more people to come, right? So it was all over the news, and people were upset because Disneyland is already, expensive. So they actually raised their prices like 35%. And I was just curious, just because I love the business side of business and the business side of the beauty industry, which is why I kind of self-titled myself the beauty CEO, because as I've been in the business 25 years, it's become more about business than it is about my craft. I mean, I love my craft. I have my talent. I'm passionate about it. But there becomes a point in any industry, as an artist, that you also have to make sure that you are getting paid and charging your worth. There's a quick commercial. So this is actually my last copy of this book. If you did not get this book, Charge Your Worth, I wrote this book about 3 years ago. And basically it was to help stylists and entrepreneurs create value for their services. Sometimes, and I talk to stylists all the time that tell me, I don't know what to charge, or I know I'm not charging enough, but I don't know how to raise my prices, or I don't know, what to do. I don't know how much money, I need to be charging to secure my future. And so this conversation always comes up when I'm talking to stylists. And I had the pleasure of about 10 or 12 years ago, maybe even more, I got some coaching and training, and someone helped me make my bottom line make sense. And I had to do a major shift in my business. I had to raise my prices. And it was a little scary at first, because you always think, well, what are my clients going to think? Or am I going to lose everybody? What's going to happen? And sometimes you just have to take the plunge. If you want to get to the next level, if you want to, if you're on the bridge of one level and you just can't go to the next level, you're going to have to jump out there and see, get some guidance first. So that where you're jumping to, but you're going to have to make a shift and move forward so that you can actually get what you want out of this particular industry. And if you're in this business and you're saying, well, it's not about the money for me, I just like doing hair, that's fine. I just hope you're not a business owner and you just like doing hair. If you just like doing hair or just like cutting hair, it's a hobby. Get a job doing hair. Don't run a business, go work for somebody else and lock yourself into a paycheck. But if you're an independent contractor and you have overhead and you have your booth rent and you have your salon rent, you have supplies to buy, you have, advertising, you have to buy products, you are officially a business owner, whether you like it or not. And if you're just acting like an artist or a starving artist, I just like doing hair. I like being creative. But you go home every day and you look at your bills or you look at things that are not enough. Whose fault is that? It's nobody's but our own. So we have to kind of take control of our own finances and start to treat our business like a business and not like, just artists. There's two components to it. You starving artists, they sit on the sidewalk, paint, and pass out painters for free and hope they get lucky one day. Or you can actually open an art gallery, make it really nice, showcase your work and invite people in and actually make some money. So there's a difference between the two. So raising your prices. So let's go back. Disneyland, they actually raised their prices and people were like, I don't believe they did that. How could they do that? First of all, Disneyland is in business to make money. They're never going to lose any money. In the 60 years they've been open, because I just read the article, so I'm sharing with you what I read. In the 60 years they've been open, they've never lowered their prices. So for those who think about, oh, I need to lower my prices to get some more customers, and it's not going to work. There's one thing between doing promos, but you have to make sure you don't cross that line of just like dealing yourself out. And I'm gonna just raise my hand and say, at one point I dealed myself out the industry. So, and I had to like put the brakes on that and revamp my business and kind of take an overhaul. So you can't just like always, hey Jay the Barber, hey Kelly. Okay, you just switched over. Kelly. Okay. Well, okay. So so you can't cut your bottom line. And even I was meeting with my business coach and I was sharing with him some of the promos that I wanted to offer, with launching my new business. I'm actually launching a new business. And he just basically said to me, and I'm gonna say the same thing he said to me. He said, what's free? Name something that's free. He said, when was the last time you got gas and it was free? When was the last time you went and got groceries and it was free? So that just kind of made me think, you know what? He's right. He's, and one of the things he told me was that people have money. Maybe you need to just start talking, shift your business to people that have the money that you need, and stop focusing on, if you want to, focus on the underprivileged and things of that nature. And I'm not trying to make a joke. I'm being serious. Start a nonprofit. A nonprofit that offers beauty services, that where it's getting funded from somewhere else, but you still have your overhead to pay, but somebody's funding it so that you could offer, low cost or free services to somebody else. But even as a nonprofit, Jada Barber, even as a nonprofit, you have overhead and bills that have to pay. If you have a roof over your head, if you have lights that come on, a phone that rings, all of those things, right? You cannot. Even nonprofits do not run businesses for free. They run businesses off of other people's money. So if you want to run a business at a discount, run it off of somebody else's money. But guess what? It still costs money to run that business. Okay. So I'm glad you guys are getting where I'm at. I like to paint analogies and kind of just paint the picture so you guys can see. Okay. So Disneyland went up on its prices. Why did they go up on their prices? Disneyland, if you ever been, is super, super crowded. So they had like these membership passes. They were charging like $700 for. You can go anytime within a year and you can get free parking. And then they had like people that would come and spend 3 or 4 days and they pay $100 a day. So those are their people coming in paying right now cash. So if you've ever done any type of bundle services, and I do bundle services, so you'll have your clients that pay the first of the month, and then you'll have your clients that's coming in paying right now. And so sometimes you can't be inundated. If you have everybody on a prepaid plan, then you look up and it's Christmas Eve and you got all the prepaid people in. So you're not making no money that day because you're full with prepaid people and you can't service your right now money. So what Disneyland did was raise their yearly pass from $700 and something bucks to $1,000 and something dollars. And it's kind of got like their low end users are like, dang, I can't afford to go anymore. And you're probably wondering, well, if I raise my prices, certain people aren't going to be able to afford to come to me anymore. And I'm not, saying like dump your clientele, but Disneyland had to make a choice. We're losing money on our everyday clients because this ticket has become so affordable that now we can't get our daily pass users are not having the experience that they would like to have. They're coming in paying $99 for the day, and they can't even get on the ride because the place is too crowded with pass holders, and the lines are 2 and 3 hours long. So you spend $99, you get to ride 3 rides. You're not having a great experience. So they decided to create a better customer experience, raise the price. They actually weeded out about 30% of their clients, and they're actually making the same amount of money, but servicing less amount of people. So how does that relate to us? It's working smarter and not harder. Would you rather do 100 people that pay you $25, or would you rather do 25 people that pay you $100? Either way, you're going to make the same amount of money. So, and if you're doing 100 people at $25, guess what? It's going to take you a lot longer to get 100 people done versus doing 100 people that 25 people that can afford to pay you $100. So you have to start to look at your business like that. And sometimes if your salon is crowded, clients are complaining about waiting. you can barely give a great customer experience because you're rushing. You're taking one cape off, going to the next. You can't even walk your client to the door and shake her hand or give her a hug bye. You can't rebook her because you're in such a rush because you have clients waiting that you can't even give your clients this nice, comfortable experience. You might need to raise your prices so you can spend more time with the client that's paying you, that can afford to actually pay you for your time. If you have to, spread yourself thin, it's going to reflect in your business, and your clients are not going to, get that top level of service. So when I say raise your prices, it's not just about, oh, let me charge the maximum I can charge. You also have to raise your level of service. What are you offering your clients? So the more you offer, the more you can charge. It's not just the service, the product. You took an educational class, but reevaluate your atmosphere. Is it clean? Do you need a paint job? A gallon of paint is $20. What do your, like if you serve coffee or juice or wine, what do your glasses look like? Are they dingy? Are they paper cups? Are they right? Definitely less clients higher. Right. Don't inundate yourself. There's enough clients in the world for everybody to have their share of the market and get paid. But reevaluate your business and what level of service you're offering. If you're not offering water, coffee, tea, there's so many things you can do to enhance the experience for your clients. We just added Saturday and Sunday, we serve a mimosa. So we buy a bottle of champagne, a gallon of orange juice, and we call it morning mimosas on Saturdays and Sunday mornings. So clients, that are coming in, having that experience, they're actually liking it, and they're tipping more. They don't mind spending a Sunday morning there. They don't mind spending a Saturday morning there. So increase your level of service, not just the education, but how you actually service that client. That's going to make the difference. You get treated one way when you walk in Nordstrom's, and you get treated another way when you walk in, Target. Target, you're about to get ran over because there's so many people and they're bumping into you. The workers don't want to answer your questions, because they're not having a good day. But when you walk in Nordstrom's, you're greeted, people smile at you, they escort you through the store, see if you need any help. So start to think of your experience that you're offering, or how could you enhance your client's experience so you can validate charging more money. Okay, so back to Disneyland. And so they just announced that they're charging more money. What is this? October. They're getting ready for 2016. So they already know 2016, our price is going up. Now is the time to be reconfiguring your price list, to be getting ready for January 2016 and how you're going to be brand new. Not December 31st after you're tired. You've right. It's been working pretty well. Not after Christmas, not after Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, where you're tired and burnt out and you realize, you know what? Okay, I need to do something new for January. Then January comes and you don't quite get it together till February or March. Now is the time to be making your plans for January if you're going to give yourself a raise, because guess what? Clients are not going to walk in and say, you know what? You've been doing my hair 20 years. I'm going to pay you 20% more. They're not going to say that. If you don't ask for it or demand it or set your bar higher, they're not going to give it to you. And then once you set your bar higher, guess what? You will always lose people. Okay? You will always lose people. Okay, you don't want to lose all of your business, but guess what? Sometimes it may be a good thing. You will always lose a small amount of people that can't go with you to your next level. Okay, and in this industry, even though you've been servicing people 20, 30 years, you're growing, they're growing. They don't have the same job they had 25 years ago. They're not making the same amount of money that they made 25 years ago. So you deserve to grow as well. And don't, and I meet stylists, and I've experienced this in my early years. People will try to keep you in a box, in their box that works best for them, that works for their budget. Don't stay in someone's budget. I mean, if you want to be budget friendly and you want to be the Walmart of hair, that's fine. But Walmart service the masses. So if you're going to be budget friendly, you have to service the masses. So that means you have to have a salon with 20, 30 girls working, and you're taking a percentage off of the 20, 30 and you're servicing the masses. But if you're individual, you're creating a more of an intimate atmosphere, or you're not overbooking, you're servicing one or two clients at a time. You can't afford to like dummy down your prices just so you can stay in someone's budget. You have to grow. You have to make sure you have your bottom line. Trust me, at the end of the day, it's all up to you. And when you talk about starting over, I'm gonna be real transparent. I'm actually starting my business over. Many of you know I was sick this time last year. I got really, really sick, and I was off of work for 4 months. 4 months, you guys, with no salary. Can you afford to be off work for 4 months with no salary? You know, think about it. If you did not earn money for 4 months and then you decide to go back to work, and just because you decide to go back to work doesn't mean work decides to come back to you. So I have to rebuild. I am rebuilding my business. And within that, I'm shifting my direction to another avenue where I'm actually going to build a team of people, because I realize it can't be all on my back. So just for instance, I'm not saying I want to get sick again. That was no fun. But if something happened to you, what's the backup plan? Do you have a team of stylists where the salon is going to keep working? You know, if you happen to get sick, and at least money will be coming in and you can just focus on your health. Or do you have a nice nest egg stored away so that, you know, if something happens, you can actually meet your income for the next 4 to 6 months? So those are things that we don't take into consideration when we come into this business. We think about right now, and most people are really working to pay their booth rent at the end of the week, buy some products, pay a few bills, and go to the grocery store and then start over again. We have to stop thinking for right now and start thinking about the future. And I've been in the business 25 years. Some of you have been in longer than me. Thank you for the love. And give me some love and share the link. Some people have been in the business, you know, longer than me. And I'm going to be honest. And if you've been in the business, be honest. I made the most money. I made the most money in my like 10th to 20th year in the business. I call that my prime. I made the most money in my 10th to 20th year in the industry. That's when I was like young. My dexterity, I could whip up a French roll and, you know, do all these things and move fast. And I just had a super, super large clientele, easily making 5 figures a month, easily, very, very easily. And if I could go back and put a third of that money away, I would. But nobody told me, and it was just mismanaged. You know, yeah, I was taking care of my son and taking care of my household bills. But had I really had a really solid plan and a little bit more focus, I really could have lived off a lot less of that money and saved a lot of that money. Had I saved 30% of my income for 10 years, man. But spill milk, I'm not crying over it, but my goal is to share with others. If you're new in the industry, first 5 years or what have you, and you're living off of your entire income and you're spending everything and coming back next Tuesday, starting over again, stop it. That is madness. Start to govern yourself, manage your money, put your money away. So when stylist here at the Suites, you know, she's kind of young, and she was asking me, how do I create income for my future? Yeah, I do now, and this is fine. She says, but I really need a nice nest egg. And do you think I can do it in the beauty industry? And I said, of course you can. You just have to plan. And so her question was, how do I make? She said, I just want to make 6 figures a year, $100,000 a year. And I live in California. $100,000 a year is not no money. You're still like almost poverty level if you make $100,000 a year, unless you live with somebody and you bills free, and that's typically not the case. And she says, you think I can make this in the hair industry? So she was entertaining getting another job for a backup income. And I know people that do it, and they don't have a business plan behind the chair. So they'll go check out, and they'll go to FedEx, and they'll go somewhere where they can just earn, you know, $15 an hour. And then they do, and hair becomes part-time. But I've done it, you know, I've raised a son, you know, I've never had a job. My last job, my son was like 1 year old. I worked at Ross. And so all of my career has been the professional beauty industry. So it definitely can be done. I put my son through private schools, bought a house, did everything I wanted to do. So it can definitely be done. And basically, I just told her, $100,000 a year is basically earning like about $350 a day, about 5 or 6 days a week. So that's really, really not a lot of money. And when you think about Madam C.J. Walker, how did she become a millionaire in the early 20s and 30s? Think about Annie Malone, who actually trained Madam C.J. Walker. Look up those people. Google those people. They were millionaires, multi-millionaires in the professional beauty industry. And what were their prices? Their products was like a quarter, 50 cents. And they were millionaires. So right now, there's not a hair product you can buy right now pretty much under $5. And we're still trying to learn how to make six figures a year when these women were making millions of dollars a year, which today equates to billions of dollars a year. So I actually am like pushing myself, and actually my business coach, he asked me to give him a number. He's really pushing me, and give him a number, and I gave him a number of 500,000 that I want to make. As I launch this new business next year, I want to be able to pull my records and know that I'm making that I have made that kind of money, as well as I have a plan. Now that I know that's what I want to make, I have a plan to actually map that out, and I know what my goal is and what I have to hit every day, every month, and every quarter to actually make sure I reach that goal. And it's really not a lot of money. $500,000 it's really a push. Have I made that kind of money in 1 year? No, I've probably made a couple $100,000 and that's it. And honestly, I couldn't tell you how I did it. I was just busy. It wasn't a plan. It just happened. Now when you have a plan, you can actually reach it more easier. So what is your rate per hour? How are you going to reach your goals? You have to know what your bottom line is. Like, what is your most ticketed service or your most frequented service? And I've asked stylists this, and they'll say, well, I specialize in everything. And my thing is not what you specialize in. What are people coming for that they're paying for consistently every single time they come, that you're booked for? You may like weaving, but clients are coming in for color. So your bread and butter is color. So you need to take your base, well, all of your prices, but let's just do an example. If you take your base price, let's say you charge $75 for a press and curl or a silk out, and it takes you 2 hours. And if you have a pen, write this down. I'm going to talk about your rate per hour. This is something I talk about in my book. Everyone needs to know what their rate per hour is. And then you need to know what your number is. What is your profit number that you need to not only pay your bills today, but to pay your bills tomorrow, and in case of emergency, and for your future? We have to put this money up. We just can't be showcasing a lifestyle, bags and shoes and cars. You have to put this money up and put this money to work, not necessarily up, but put the money to work so that, you won't always have your hands. Your feet won't always be able to stand up for 12 and 15 hours. And trust me, I'm dealing with this new carpal tunnel or whatever's going on with this shoulder and this hand. And it's like, okay, those are reminders to me, is to train my team, because if you think you're gonna make this kind of money by yourself, you're gonna work yourself to the ground. You really need to get team oriented so that you can service more people and reach the masses. But your rate per hour is basically the price you currently charge now. And so if your press and curl is $60, $50, $100, or whatever that service is, divide that price by the time it takes you to do it in minutes. So let's say if you charge $50, and I'm gonna get my calculator, just say you charge $50. Okay, go to calculator. So let's say you charge $50 and you divide $50, it takes you 1 hour. So you're going to divide it by 60. If it takes you 2 hours, you're going to divide it by 120. If it takes you an hour and a half, you're going to divide it by 90. So let's say it takes you 1 hour. So I'm going to divide 50 by 60, which I'm going to get 0.83. And then I'm going to multiply that times 60. And that shows me that I'm basically making about $50 an hour. So let's do that again, and it takes me an hour and a half. So 50 divided by 90 times 60 is now I'm making $33 an hour if it takes me an hour and a half to do a $50 service. Okay? Let's say it takes me 2 hours divided by 120 times 60 is now making $25 an hour. So you need to know how much you're making per hour, because you need to set your prices accordingly, according to that you meet your bottom line. So if you know you want to make $100,000 a year, you need to be making $350 a day. So are you doing 6 services that are $50 every day? Or are you doing 3 services that are $50 every day? So you need to know my number is $350 a day. If you want to make, $250,000, then you do the math so that you're making, $500 a day, $600 a day, $800 a day. Can you go to work and, we all know we can go to work and make $800, $1,000, $1,500 on particular days. But when we have that number in our head as our specific goal, you wake up in the morning looking at your appointment book, or you go to bed looking at your appointment book thinking, okay, the number tomorrow is whatever, 600, 800. And based on what's booked in the book, I don't see $800. Is there opportunity? Are there spaces? Can I post something on social media to fill up those 2 spaces? Can I upsell a service? Oh, Miss So-and-so is coming in. She hasn't had her color in a while. Maybe I can let her know it's time for her color, or upsell her a treatment. Not just pushing any service. You know how you go to the nail shop and they're like, you want callus remover? You want this? You want and then you look up and you just say, yeah, I want everything. Oh, you want massage, and they massaging your hands, and then your bill is $100 and you're surprised. So no, you don't want to be grimy, but you want to say, if you have a space in your day and you need to meet your number, do a consultation when that client comes in. You know what? Let's just go over your hair and let's see, are you liking where you're at now? Are you liking the color? What do you not like about your hair? What can we change about your hair? You know what? Fall is here. I think you'll look really good in this more redder color. So take the time. And when you're charging the right prices, you don't have to rush through and just get the client started and ship her out. And she could have wanted a change that could have equaled upsell for you of $50, $75, $100, but because you're rushing her in and out because you don't have time, you're missing money. So once again, you can make more money doing less people if you spend a little bit more time and cater to the client and find out what they really need. There are some clients who want to get in and out, get them in and out. But then there are those clients that will create opportunity for you to upsell services. And they just want to spend a little more time with you anyways. Welcome to the event. So you have to know your number, first of all. So if you're like this stylist told me, I want to make $100,000 a year. So I basically told her, okay, how many weeks do you want to work? Like, do you want to go on vacation every week? Or like, once a year, twice a week, years. So there's 52 weeks in a year. Hey, Posh Hair Designs, how you doing? Welcome to the training. So if you say, okay, I'm only going to work 50 weeks out of the year. I'm going to take 2-week vacation every single year. Or I'm going to only work, 48 weeks out of the year. Thank you for showing me some love. I'm only going to work 48 weeks out of the year. Then, if you want to make $100,000 divided by 48 weeks. Okay, now you need to be making $2,000 a week. Hey, Felicia, welcome. So now you need to make $2,083 a week to make $100,000 a year, only working 48 weeks, because you're going to take all this vacation time, right? And there's nothing wrong with taking vacation time, you guys. We have to revamp and recharge ourselves. If you don't, you will work yourself into the ground. You need to give massages. You need to decompress, relax. Get all, like we service a lot of people, get a lot of energy. People give us their problems, and sometimes we carry the weight of their world on our shoulders because they look forward to talking to us. They look forward to telling us, girl, let me tell you what happened. And kind of vice versa. We know a lot of personal information about clients that sometimes we don't want to know. but that's just a relationship that we have, just that personal relationship, and that's why it can never be phased out, because it's a personal service. It can just never be phased out because we trust you. We touch people. We're like doctors. We're like dentists. We're like massage therapists. We touch people like nurses, and touch is healing. When you're sharing, when you're shampooing somebody's hair, I don't know where this is coming from, but when you're shampooing somebody's hair, you're connected with them on an energy level. And if it's not good energy, you can feel it. And you're just trying to hurry up and get done. So you don't want to have bad days or have bad energy with your clients, because you are really, we help heal people. We help people feel better. They get their hair, they can come in feeling like crap, and they get their hair done, and next thing you know, they're smiling, they're feeling a whole lot better. And sometimes people just pay for that. That, you know what, I'm having a bad day. Let me call and see if I can get my hair done. Or I do that. I may be like, let me go see if I can get a pedicure. Somebody rub on my feet so I can feel better for a minute. So clients do the same thing. So we have to recharge, because we can only give so much. And if we're giving from an empty place, we're tired, we're broke down, our shoulders hurting, feet hurting, side hurting, back hurting. You can't give that well. So you need to be in position to where you recharge yourself. So making $100,000 a year, working 48 weeks out of the month. So you need to make $2,083 a month. Now divide that by how many days. No, I'm sorry, $2,083 a week. Okay, so how many days of the week do you want to work? So $2,083 a week. Let's say you want to work, 5 days. So you divide that by 5. So that means your number is $416 a day. If you're going to work 5 days a week, you need to be bringing in at minimum. Right, yes, only 5 days. Some people work 4. There was a time when I only worked 3. When I was, married, I had stepkids, and I had a family. I did not like being at work 5 and 6 days a week. So I opted to work 3 days a week. And I did 3 like 12-hour days, but that just gave me more time with my family. So you have to do your math. But yeah, 3 days a week, $400 is not a lot of money. So now you're focused on the 400 and making sure that your book is booked every week for $400. Now, if your book is already booked 5 days a week for $400, push yourself to the next level. Push yourself to making $200,000 a year. Push yourself to making $300,000 a year. And not so that you can go do more shopping, so that you can start to put money to work. You guys were self-employed. You have to put the money to work. If you put the money to work for the first 15, 20 years of your career, when you get down the road, it'll be so much better for you. You'll have investments in things where money is making money. When your hands don't work, when your feet don't work, if something doesn't work, or you just don't feel like working, when you're tired, you can transition to something else if you want to, or you can take that money and invest into other salons, or you may want to open a school, or you may want to, buy real estate, something that puts your money to work, so we can get out of the habit of, just, from dollar to dollar, from client to client. We have to stop working like that, $50 to $50 to my next $50 to my next $50. What is your number? And so what is your profit zone? What do you really need? Good morning, Tisha. What do you really need? Do you need $100,000 a year? She's telling me she needs $100,000 a year, but add up your cost of living. So if you got a salon, you may have overhead. Let's say your overhead is $3,000 a month. So you got that overhead. Then let's say you have your household expenses. That may be another $3,000 a month. So that's $6,000. Then you may have, like personal debt that you may need to pay off, and you need to spend, a couple hundred on that. So let's say just adding everything up, debt, bills, salon overhead, a little savings, a little lifestyle money, you're looking at, let's say, $8,000 a month just to live. And a lot of us will go make that money and just skate through. There was a time when I just skated through, and if I did it every month, I was doing good. But it was always nothing left at the end of the month. And that's when I realized, and I took some training, and it was like, okay, that's what you found out is what your bottom line is, what you needed. But how do you put yourself in the comfort and the profit zone? Multiply what you think you need times 3. If you want to secure your future and start building and having a cushion, a comfort zone, and a profit zone, multiply that times 3. So if your bottom line is, oh, I need 5,000 a month. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need 5,000 a month. Multiply that times 3. You need 15,000 a month. Because guess what? Ish is always going to happen. There's always going to be a surprise that needs money. Because guess what? Life needs money. Everything costs money. Every problem that pops up costs money in some kind of way. Either if it's a problem that don't cost money, it may cost you time to where you can't go make money, so you're going to miss money. So every problem costs money. So if you think you need 5,000, multiply times 3, maybe even 4, if you want to build yourself a cushion. So now you go from needing 5,000 a month to needing 15,000 a month, because you also got to figure in taxes and all that and all that type of stuff. Or the kids got a ballet practice, or they got football. Or it's just something always comes up that may not be in the budget, but if you build yourself out a cushion, a comfort, and a profit zone, then you can be prepared. So we're going to go from 5,000 to 15,000 a month. So let's say you need 15,000 a month, and let me pull out my calculator. So 15,000 a month, and you're going to work 4 weeks out of the month. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 15,000 a month, 4 weeks out of the month. So you're going to divide that by 4. So that's $37.50 a week you need to make 15,000. So 37 a week. How many days a week you want to work, Kelly? 5, 6, 7, 8?
4.
4. Okay. So Kelly wants to work 4 days a week. So we're going to divide the 3,700 by 4. 3,750 divided by 4. Okay. So in order to make 15,000, working 4 days a week, she needs to make $937. I mean, you can do 7 if you want to do 7, Toya, but at 4 days, you can do $937 a day. That means you have to have a plan, and it's very doable. You have to have a plan to how can you bill 4 days a week. That's $937. Let's just round it off to 1,000. So, what's your top ticket? What's your top service? Is your top service weaving? Is your top service color? So how you gonna get $937? If you work 7 days a week, Toy, you ain't gonna have no vacation, right? You need a new plan. You're going to burn out. If you burn a match on both ends, it's going to burn out till you're not gonna have nothing left. So whether you want to work 3, 4, or 5 days, you need to take that into consideration. So $937. That's our number. So how many clients do you want to do a day, Kelly?
5.
5 or 10? 5. Okay, she wants to do 5 clients. I like Kelly. She's my kind of girl. I believe in working smarter and not harder. So she wants to do 5 clients. So 937 divided by 5 clients, meaning that her average client ticket needs to be $187. Okay? What services do you provide that would average out to $187 to $200? Okay, so you need to think about that. What is it that you specialize in, Kelly?
Color.
Color. Okay, so and your average color ticket is
$150, $200. Well, that's
okay.
including with the style, over $200. But it's but the color is about $150.
Right. So now, do you find yourself doing other services, that are like $60, $75?
Yes, that's including when I do the color, then when I add the service on, then that's about $50, $60.
Okay. So when and thank you, Toya, you said you can do that for your weave. If your weave is $175, $200, $250, then you may only need 4 clients to reach that goal, that $937. Now, instead of spending your time marketing saying, I do cuts, I do I do all those little bottom services, and I'm not knocking those services because they're somebody else's bread and butter. But if you have a specialty like a weave, and you have a specialty like you have a color service and style that you do that's gonna automatically put 175 or $200 in your pocket, focus on that. You only want to do 5 people, so you don't need a million people. Focus on getting new color and cut clients. Focus on getting weave clients to where you can do your 4 weave clients a day. And if you have your 4 days a week with your 4 weave clients, or your 4 color clients, or 5 color clients, you're hitting your number. You're not sidetracked with, oh, so and so is doing a quick weave and she's making some extra money over here, or so and so is doing this and she's making some money over here. Just stay in your lane. If your lane is weave, stay in your lane, get your average number, and ride it all the way out until you have met your goal. And if that's the $15,000 a month, 4 days a week, you need $900 something a day. So now every morning when you open your appointment book, or wherever your appointment book at, you look at the appointment book, it becomes a numbers game. And when I first got trained on this years ago, it became a numbers game. I would just look at my appointment book, and I would start to focus on what are my high ticket items. I wouldn't focus on just the single, oh, I just want to get a trim. You have time for a trim? That's fine, but if you get booked with your target client, your ideal client that meets your goal, you won't have time for the little stuff. And like I said, I'm not knocking the other services. There's somebody who can do those things, because even if you're not a weaver, or you're not a colorist, or you don't have a specialty, or you haven't defined your specialty yet, you may have you just need to learn how to build a ticket. So if your specialty is doing, the ceramic presses, or silk outs, or pressing curls, and you're trying to make $900 and something a day, let's just do the math. So let's say 937, and your average ticket, let's say, is $75. So let's divide that by $75. Then you need to do 12 people a day. You need to do 12. Okay, Tori, you need to do 12 people a day at $75 to make $937. And if that's your ideal client, how can you up-service that ideal client? Deep conditioners, trims, semi-permanent colors. If you're not a colorist, focus on semi-permanents, or things that you you can perform, do them well, and be consistent with it. So your thing may be, you may not do any chemicals, and you specialize in hair care. Create a package on your menu that's devoted to, like I have something on my menu called Back to Balance. That's when somebody comes in, they haven't been in a while. It's a $150 service. It's a shampoo, it's a scalp treatment, it's a deep conditioner, and it's a trim and a style for $150. So if I wasn't a colorist, and I said, you know what, I need to focus on bringing people's hair back to health. So I need $937 a day divided by 150. I need 6 of those people every day. 6 of those people every day to meet my number. So you don't have to get outside of your lane to start doing stuff just for money, because if you're not good at it, or you don't care about it, it's not going to work anyway. But if you're good at color, and okay, I need 5 color clients, or you're good at weaving, I need 4 weaves that day, or you're good at hair care, I need 6 hair care clients. Focus on those particular things and start to build your day around that, and hit your number. And every morning you wake up thinking of, before you start your day, you pray, you meditate, you are making sure start affirming you're going to meet your number, whether you're meeting the number or not. Start to affirm, what, I'm going to meet my $900 a day. I'm going to meet my $1,000 a day. I'm going to attract clients to me that value my services. That's my prayer every morning. I stopped worrying about who was coming, who wasn't coming, who didn't come back. And I start, thanking God for sending me people who value my services, who are willing to pay. And it's never an issue with money. I thank God in advance for sending me people who are high tippers, who refer me clients. Like if you are complaining about your clients, and I used to have complaints about clients, and then I said, you know what? I'm sending out that same energy, because I'm complaining, they're coming back. So I'm attracting those people that I'm complaining about. So it became a cycle. So I had to stop and start, you know what? How do I change this energy real quick? I had to start speaking those people into my life that's willing to pay, that when they go on my site and book, they don't call me and say, oh, why does it cost so much? they know this is what it is, and I'm ready to bring it. And we don't even have to have that money conversation. I could spend my time servicing her, giving her a good experience, listening to her conversation about her family. Oh, I met this guy. Let me tell you about this guy I met. That's all they want to do. And you just listen and shampoo and blow dry or do whatever, do the color, and it's a good day, you guys. I work in the salon suites, and I'm only like one of 3 African American girls here. And what I'm learning from my coworkers is that they are getting their average color tickets is $250, and they're not booked. They're just getting, they're doing 4 and 5 clients a day, it like a drop of water. And then, we have our stylists are in the salon doing pressing curls for $25 and working all night, and falling dead behind a chair or having strokes in the salon because they're working so hard to meet a number, and it just needs to be revamped. So I could go on for days, but I hope I gave you some value. Did you guys find value in this information?
Yes.
Yes, harder and not smarter. So show me some love if you find value in this information.
Yes.
And so if you need a plan, if you really want to know what do you do next, or how do you really make this make sense, on November 2nd, I'm actually hosting a class, and I'm only actually going to work with a few people that really need some help. If you say, Tammy, you know what, I need to make this make sense, I need to go over my price list and restructure my price list. So if you want to restructure your price list, I'm going to do a private training for those who actually invest into that course, and we'll restructure your price list so that you can actually have a plan for January that you'll already have in place. So when clients are coming in December, they're going to already know this is where we're going in January. You don't have to scramble at January and throw something together or say, you know what, I'm going to go up $10 on my prices. Why $10? Disneyland went up 30% because to stay in the profit zone. $10 may still have you under the profit zone. If you need to get in the profit zone, you need to know your numbers, know what you need, and then know how you're going to break that down into weeks and into days so that you are living. It does not feel good if you ever go to work from a place of lack, or you go to work and in a bad mood. That's not how you want to go to work. Imagine if you went to work, bills paid, you just dropped off the bills, you just went to the bank, the kids got what they need, the kids say, oh, mama, I forgot I need $50 for this. You're able to write a check, go to the ATM, get it, take care of it, and have a good day, smile at your spouse. You guys aren't bickering about money. They don't want you to quit the industry and go get a job. You'll be a much better stylist. You can perform better because you don't have that stress on your shoulders. And we are in control of that. We have to set the price. So if you're ready to revamp your price menu and get into a more intimate training to where we actually work on your particular numbers, you can go to thebeautyceo.com. I'm having a course on November 2nd, and that course is only $49, and we actually work out your prices. Go do your math. You don't have to share your personal business as far as like what your bills and debts are, but if you just know your number, I'm going to work with you with your number and get you a new price list and get your mindset ready so that when you get into the holiday, you're going into the holiday focused on what you got to do, and you can stop letting money walk out the door and start getting ready for the new year. So with that said, I also promise I will share. So if you know somebody, I'm actually going, this is recorded, so it's going to play back. Share this with as many people as possible because I'm not an expert. I have lived this. I've had to start my business over twice. I've had 2 major medical critical conditions to where I had to come back and start my business over twice. So, and the first time it happened to me, and when I realized I was flat on my back, and I had back surgery in 1999, and I realized people had been taking advantage of me financially, even while I was back, literally in a hospital bed in my townhouse because I couldn't walk upstairs. People were still calling me, asking me, who do you know can do my hair, and does she charge your price? And that's when I realized I was cheaper than everybody. And they wanted me to call the people that I referred them to and ask them to charge what I charge. And I was like, lady, I'm flat on my back. Can I just live? Can I recover? Can you bring me a glass of water? And they were just, I had people calling me saying, can I come to your house and you put the color on and I'll wash it out in the sink? And it was just really like, that's when I realized, you know what, I'm worth way more than this. I'm worth way more than this, and we're all worth way more than sometimes what we settle for. But the only person can change that is us. The only person who can send that message is that I'm worth more than what you think I am or what you was used to. And if they're used to the old you, sometimes you got to get brand new, and you have to let them go and make room for new people that don't know your past, that don't know your failures, that don't know all your personal business. Sometimes clients know too much of your personal business, and so they use that against you when it's time to break bread, or they act like you're such good friends and we're family. I remember having clients that I've been doing 20 years that was like, or I may introduce them to somebody as my client, and they'll go, we're family. I've been coming to you a long time. We're family. But when I got sick, I can count how many of those people came to see me. None of them. So we're not family. This is business. It's going to always be business, and we're going to keep it business. If we happen to have a meal outside of here, that's fine. But you have to keep it business first because, life happens, and we are responsible for ourselves. So I'm saying that to say, if you need help making that shift, I had to make this shift. I had to make it almost 20 years ago. I'm making it again now. Weeding out some people, and people are saying, well, your prices are already high. They ain't high enough. I've redefined my target client. So I'm going after my target client so that I can get my average $250 ticket. So I can do 4 or 5 people a day, So go to thebeautyceo.com and you can register for that class. It's only $49, and that's going to be on a Monday. It won't be at 7 a.m. It'll be at 9 a.m., which will be 12 Pacific Standard Time. No, I'm sorry, 12 the East Coast time. And this will get you ready for going into the holiday season. I didn't want to wait till January because when January comes, we're tired and we just want to rest. But if you can get your mindset ready, get that price list mapped out, and start, letting your clients know January 1st, this is where we're at, So with that said, I promise to give you guys 10 of my holiday tips. It's the holiday time, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to move this over here because I need to see the other side of my screen. Okay, now I'm going to give you 10 holiday marketing tips. Okay. I keep missing Sunday. Okay, you keep missing Sunday. I'm going to re-email the link, but join us next week because we're going to have a live model. These ladies are in my Mastery Color class. Okay, so 10 marketing tips for the holiday to help you grow your business. I was in IKEA last night, and IKEA, they were already making room for the Christmas trees, and they, the decorations, and they already had a holiday shop right outside. The lights was coming up, and you hear people say, "Can Thanksgiving come already?" Why do we have to talk about Christmas? Because if you're in business like a Target or Target, Macy's, Nordstrom's, they already know what their holiday promos are or what they're gonna do to get our money because they get it every single year. And you have to know how to make sure as much money stays in your salon as possible, and not have to turn down business, not have to, you have clients buying gift baskets from other places, and you should have gift baskets. I mean, you should be working like Walmart, Amazon. Keep the money in the store. This is your time to play catch up. This is your time to get new clients, and this is your time to just make it happen, just like every other industry. So we have to do the same thing, and we have to think like those big business owners. So I'm going to share these 10 tips with you guys real quick and let you guys go. First of all, you need to know what your game plan is, and spend some time. This is the time, if you think it's slow right now, spend some time starting to like map out what's your, what's your plan, what you're going to do. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So as a salon, you need to know the game plan so that you can turn down. Like a lot of people going to parties, doing stuff on the weekends. This is the time you should be in the incubator mapping out what you're going to do for the holiday season. Color decoding. So you'll know what your Black Friday is, what your Small Business Saturday is, what marketing tools are you going to use? If you're not doing email marketing, if you're not doing text marketing, if you're not doing social media marketing, you are leaving money on the table. And let me just tell you, last night, I'm open today, and I'm going to start working just a little bit. But I had like one person in the book. And before I went to bed, I sent out a quick email, you know, because I use an online booking system. I sent out a quick email, and all it said was, are you off tomorrow? We're open. Book now at silkoutbar.com. I got 2 appointments that were made last night just from me sending one email, a gentle reminder to let them know, guess what? If you didn't know, we're open tomorrow. So I just put $200 on my books for the day just by sending one email. You have to be on top of your marketing. 3, start thinking about events, shopping events. Think about gift cards, gift baskets. What are you going to retail? Well, my clients don't shampoo. Okay, everybody owns one bottle of shampoo. But if your clients are not shampooing and they do come to you every couple of weeks, I watch these girls around here. Now, their clients shampoo daily or every other day. They're selling $1,500 worth of retail a week or a month. And I'm like, wow, that's, how can I push that in my niche? So we have more service dollars, but this is a time of year where people are ready to spend and shop. So think about your finishing, your oil sheens, your hairsprays, your whatever, edge creams, your wrap scarves, your clips, everything they need to maintain their hair. Make a maintenance kit, a little gift bag that has a couple rollers, a couple hairpins, a couple, a scarf, a shower cap. All those little things are great little things that they can buy and maybe give as gifts. Guess what? They may buy it for a new customer. Put your clients to work. Have them buy something for a new customer, and maybe you may throw a gift certificate in there, not for them, for a new customer. So they can give that as a gift, and that person comes back to your store. Think about doing gift baskets. If you do have products that you sell, bundle it up, put it together, put a big bow on it. When the client sees stuff bundled up and it already has a big, pretty red, green, gold, silver ribbon on it, that prompts them to shop. You got to think like Target. These other marketing departments, they study consumers and what they buy and how they buy. Decorate your salon for the holidays. Okay, you're Muslim, you don't celebrate Christmas. And I'm not disrespecting anybody's religion, but get festive. This is business. You want to get festive for business, and you don't want to push your religious belief on your business unless all of your clients are from your religious organization. If they're all from your religious organization, then that's fine. But if you want to think like a business owner, you go into 7-Eleven. They don't celebrate Christmas, but it looked like Christmas in 7-Eleven because they want to get you in the ho, 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 jingle bells. They want to get you in the spirit to get you spending that money. You walk into Target right now, bam, you're going to see them red, yellow, and green, or them red, green, and silver balls. And you automatically going to think it's Christmas time. They're going to let you know, Target lets you know it's holiday time when you walk in their store, okay? So think about having pre-shopping events. You may have an open house to where clients come out, and you may show them how to do some updo styling or how to do some quick services, for their Christmas party. So you may need to practice. If you haven't done updos or you don't do fishtail braids and all that type of stuff, go on YouTube and watch a video. You can learn something and practice it on a mannequin or practice it on you. If you have kids with long hair, those are holiday services you can add to your menu. Even if they come in already clean and they just want it pent up or they just want a few curls, those are things, or teach them how to do it. So now you can teach them how to do it. One of my salon neighbors, she has this thing where she does a retail package in one consulting session to where she teaches you how to use everything you buy in the bag. So she teaches them how to wash their hair, how to use the blow dry product, how to do everything, and it's like $100 and something. So you have to, create some private trainings. You have those clients with natural hair who really think they know what they're doing and they don't. Add a tutorial to your menu. How to do, teach them how to do their own twist out and do it right. Or teach them how to detangle their hair and do it right. They would love to pay for that, okay? So they're not trying to come in the shop every 2 weeks and give you that silk out money, but get them in your chair and teach them how to comb their hair because they don't even know how to comb their hair, for one. Teach them how to comb their hair. Teach them how to detangle it really quick. Teach them, one of my local salons, one of my friends, Stevie and them, I just seen a promo that they're having. They're doing, they're teaching women how to comb their kids' hair. So it's a tutorial, and they're doing a group session where these women are bringing in their kids, and they're teaching them how to do how to manage their kids' hair. That's a great service. So think about things like that you can do Saturday evenings after you finished all your clients, and the salon is just, it's just you. It's maybe, 10 mothers or 5 mothers with 5 kids, and you can do a little tray or something and teach them. It's a nice little bonding experience, and women do not mind paying for stuff when it has to do with kids. Okay, get you some holiday gift bags. Go to Dollar Tree, or if you have a wholesale place like downtown LA, go buy you some holiday gift bags, things that when clients are making regular purchases, it goes from like a white bag or a brown bag or a plastic bag to a holiday bag. It's just you just want to stay with the theme of the holiday. Map out your Black Friday. If you're doing any type of promo for Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, you need to know all these holidays, because Target, and like when people open the paper at Thanksgiving dinner and they're reading all those promos, they should also be opening your email that says, okay, this is our promo, take advantage of this offer. And it's really just to create volume. You don't have to necessarily give discounted services, but you may bundle some stuff up, or hey, if you're closed, I have been closed on Black Friday, but I ran an online promo that still put $500 in my bank account because they were able to pre-purchase some things. If a client has to choose between going to Target to get a TV for $99 and coming to get her hair done for $40, she's going to go to Target. But guess what? She can go online while she's at Target on her phone and purchase my deal. And she doesn't even have to come in the shop, stop by the shop, because frankly, after Thanksgiving, I like to spend, that's when I get rest. I don't like to come to work the day after Thanksgiving. That's just me. If you like to, that's fine, but that's when I like to get rest. So if I can make money online while my clients they're out shopping, taking advantage of other stuff, that is fine with me. Cyber Monday, how are you going to get them to buy gifts? I like to get them to buy gift certificates for other people or things of that nature. Get them online with some type of promo that they can buy with you on Cyber Monday. They're going to spend their money this holidays. The average person spends an extra $600 every Christmas holidays, and most people save for it and plan for it. So you want to make sure you're getting your share of your clients' $600. Okay, somebody's going to get it. Why not it be you? Okay, so our gift bags. If somebody's buying a gift, you may even offer to wrap it up for them, or put it in the gift basket so it's ready for them the next time they come. You guys, sell flat irons. We buy wholesale at Cosmoprof and Salon Centric. Go buy that stuff and resell that stuff in your salon to your clients. They have teenagers, they want to buy them flat irons, them rods, blow dryers. Resell that stuff to your clients. And here's another thing that I've done, and I'll probably do it again this year. You can kind of play Secret Santa. You can go to Sally's and get gift certificates, the ones for the beauty industry, and you can fill them out, whatever you want to put on there, $10, $15, $20. And what I have my clients do is I have a promo where if I let them give the gift of beauty, so they can I will match whatever dollar amount they buy. If they want to give, let's say they want to give their housekeeper a gift certificate for $50. So they'll buy $50. No, they'll buy $25. I will match it at $25. So now I'm helping them give a larger gift. Oh, okay. Groupon has a selling on flat irons. You can find wholesale places too where you can even buy them even cheaper and you can mark them up. So I help my clients give a gift. They can't use it for themselves. So if they spend $25 and get a $50 gift card, it's not for them. It's for them to give that gift to somebody else, and that person gets back in my chair. Once again, there's nothing on my service menu under $80. So even if they had a $50 gift card, they're going to be spending at minimum another $30 when they come in. And when I'm done doing a consultation, because if you're a new client, you're going to get a consultation. And when we finish with the consultation, you're going to be spending $150 to get that hair back to balance. or you're going to be getting a color, a keratin. You're going to be getting something when I'm done analyzing your hair and deciding what your hair needs. So that's just to get them in the door. Also, if you have a styling event, I talked about that styling event, create client loyalty. I just added a loyalty program where I give my clients points. And to keep them shopping with me, I'm going to start giving them points. I'm going to let them know they're going to get points for their retail items. So they don't have to go on Amazon or go to Target, because Target ain't going to give them points back. Thank you. I'm going to give them, I'm just trying to help elevate us all so that, you know, I'm not the only one saying I'm charging my worth. I want this industry to be to where everybody's charging their worth. There's nobody cheap to go to. So they have to buckle down and just start, you know, getting back in the shop. So if I'm giving my client points, then that way I keep Target from getting my retail money, because they'll look up and I'm trying to sell a Mazzani hairspray, and I seen that at Mazzani. I seen that at Target. I seen that at what's the other one they told me? TJ Maxx. I seen the same thing in TJ Maxx. Okay, you know, and so that's what happens. The product companies, you know, they're not loyal to us. They just want their money. So we have to find a way to get the clients back loyal to us, and that's giving them. I'm giving them points for when they shop with me. Those points they can store up and get a free hairstyle down the road. So that's one thing that I'm incorporating. Retail. Have a Christmas party. Serve light appetizers, cocktails. You may give out little samples. Get your product companies to give you samples to pass out to your clients as gifts. If they have any foil packs, tell them you're having a party. Can they, you know, front you some foil packs or give you a good offer on the sample sizes so that you can give them out as gifts. I mean, you retail everything from hair accessories, tools, ponytail holders, blingy headbands. You know, I don't even have no hair, but I wear a blingy headband to a special event, or rhinestone clip up. You know, you never know what clients are going to buy. And a lot of women have holiday parties that they're going to go to. And if you can show them a quick way to pin their hair up and put that cute little comb or pin in their hair, it's sold. As soon as you show them how to do it, you have to educate your clients, it's sold. So we get stuck on doing hair, but we have to also sell. And sell is easy money. If you can sell an extra $200 a day, where could you put that money at? That's money could go into your retirement, your savings. You know, that's just extra money. So we talk about making $900 and some a day, but what if you could sell an extra $200 a day in product? That means you didn't work at all. All you did was put something in the bag and check them out. And if you have it on the website, it's even better, because now you're really not doing any work. All you got to do is ship. And here's another thing that I like to do is I like to give back. And this is my Secret Santa project. And this is it's kind of corny, but you'll be surprised and you'll catch somebody's attention. Go to Sally's, them same gift certificates that you fill out, and you can fill them out for $10, or you may fill them out for a service like a free conditioner or a free trim or $25, whatever you want to do. And fill them. Let's say you fill out 10 of them, and you want to target 10 people, and that you're going to target these people and put them inside a Christmas card. So go to like Savon's, Rite Aid, or Walgreens or whatever, and you know how they have the box of cheap Christmas cards for $3.99 or whatever, $2.50. Okay, put a gift certificate in each one of those cards, or whatever your promo that you're going to offer. And I'm not saying give away a service, but something, you know, 25% off, $10 off, a free trim, free conditioner. And you could may bless somebody with a free service. That's up to you. I'm not telling you how to do it, but here's a tip. Put one in each card, and when you out doing your Christmas shopping, your grocery shopping, and you're out at the mall, go prospecting. Make sure you're always prospecting. Make sure your hair is done, your makeup is done. Put on your Christmas t-shirt, put on your Christmas hat. And while you're out shopping, when you see a customer that may possibly fit the bill of your ideal customer, or somebody who just really looks like they need some hair help, you can bless them with that card. And just basically you can write in the card, put your business card in there too, so they know where to find you. And just, you can strike up a conversation, say, here, you know what? I want to give you this card. Inside of here is my business card and 25% off your first visit. And you know, you're having a conversation, it's personal, they've met you, it's very warm, and they may say, you know what, I did need my hair done. And they may not have a regular stylist, or they may have a regular stylist who they're fed up with and don't know where else to go. You know how many people go to stylists they're fed up with and they have nowhere else to go? So if you can greet them with a warm spirit, ho, 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 whatever, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and you give somebody, here's a free haircut if you come in for a style, that means a lot to them. A free haircut, $40, $50, they're gonna come in. Now they have to do what? They have to use that haircut because it's worth money to them. So now you got them in the chair, and once you get them in the chair, guess what? Color service, they're open to anything, and all you gotta do is upsell them. And they'll be telling their friend, I met this lady and she just gave me a card and it had a gift certificate inside of it. So that is a way you can, you know, don't go out doing it every day. You may do it one day a week and just see how it works for you. You know, like Monday when you're running your errands, you may be paying your gas bill. You may be paying at the post office. Just, you know, just pay attention to the people that you're around. They may be dressing and driving like your ideal client. That's the person you want to offer something to, and just let them know, pass it on. Or if they can't use it, tell them to pass it on to somebody else. They may re-gift it and give it to somebody else, okay? But it has your business card in there, your information. And that's kind of like yeah, you can put a time limit on it. You can maybe say it's good till January, the end of January. And that's kind of like making somebody's day. You know, it sounds crazy, but guess what? Even you may put a candy cane on there, you know, and people just, you know, people get in that spirit. So you kind of want to join in that bah humbug spirit. And next, set your schedule. It's October. Go map out your schedule for the year, and let your clients know my holiday schedule is up. As soon as I let my clients know I'm going to be out of town, in town, something's changing, because all of my clients book online. As soon as I send them an email that lets them know, okay, the official holiday schedule is up, go ahead and book your appointments. They Zoom in there and they start locking in their spots. And that's what you want to do, is be pre-booked for the holiday. You don't want to be, you know, patting your chair, hoping somebody comes in for the holiday. You want your serious clients to lock their spot. You know, whether you work Christmas Eve or work up until the 22nd, 23rd, or let them know if you're going to work up to the 22nd, okay, my last day before Christmas is the 22nd. They will book the 22nd out. Now, I've done that and said my last day is the 22nd, and I've took all my regular clients and knocked them out on the 22nd, and that left room for me to have walk-ins and other last-minute clients on the 23rd. You know, so you kind of play with your book that way. But know your schedule, know what days you're going to be in, so that we have balance. You know, we can get overwhelmed. We're trying to work and service everybody. We're trying to manage our families and manage our household stuff. And it's nothing like waking up on Christmas and trying to enjoy the holidays with your family, and you're tired as heck. So manage your time. Make sure you get your me time in, spend time with your family, but get your marketing game in place. Whatever it's going to be, you know, do some research. Look at the other ads. Look at a Target ad. Watch the newspaper. Watch Toys R Us will drop a big book on you in a minute. Yeah, nothing done at home. Yeah, Toys R Us will drop a big book on you in a minute with, these are all our promos for the holidays. And they'll have promos for before Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, and then before Christmas. And guess what? Most of the promos are not valid the week of Christmas Eve. The sales end like the 21st and 22nd. So if you out shopping the 23rd, 24th, you're paying regular price. All the deals are gone. There's nothing left. Yes, need to rest, enjoy the holidays. I remember the first time I hosted Christmas for like my family of 20-something people. I called myself working up until Christmas Eve till noon. And you know what happened? I didn't leave the shop till 6. Then I left the shop at 6. I went straight home and started baking pies and doing stuff. I didn't go to bed till 6 o'clock the next morning. And I remember sitting in my living room on the sofa, leaning on the sofa. I didn't realize I was asleep, but I heard them saying, look at her, she's so tired. And I didn't even enjoy it. I was just tired. I just wanted to check out and go take a nap. So now I started to take off in advance. I started to give myself a day. I stopped working on the 23rd. That gives me a day to go grocery shopping, last minute gifts for myself, And then the 24th, I can just relax and enjoy time with my family. So that's just me. I'm just sharing. If you find yourself unbalanced, all you got to do is make your schedule. Right. We live and we learn. And I have definitely learned a lot. So all you got to do is just make your schedule. Clients will stick to your schedule. We sometimes think we got to, oh no, I got to let them know I'm here 24/7, 366 days of the year, what's say 25/8. You do not have to be available 25/8. You have to just make a plan and let them know these are the operating hours. In your big red voice, you have to let them know my business hours are this time to this time. And that's it. They will get in line. If it's a client who can't make an appointment, who can't stick to an appointment, who's all, oh my God, I don't, just like frazzled. You ever heard those people that just frazzled all the time? And they'll come in the door with that frazzled energy, and everybody in the shop can feel it. I used to have a client who could not keep an appointment. Right. We all need time for ourselves. And drama. She just couldn't keep an appointment. And every time she came in, she was 20, 30, 40 minutes late. And when she came in, she rambled in with this energy and, oh, sorry, I'm late. Oh, okay, I got to do this. And I had this, and then I stopped and got something to eat and all this other stuff. And it was like take a deep breath, because you brought this energy in here on us, and now we all are uncomfortable. So now you take a deep breath, woosah, and slow down. And it's just like, my life is so crazy right now. I said, I bet it is, because this energy is like really, really crazy. So, and I had to let her know, I understand you can't, right, she couldn't get back in your book. I had to let her know, okay, you keep being late, and you're so late that you're messing up my appointment book, and it's not fair to my other clients. So when you get it together, I would love to service your hair. I even offered her, let's find you a time where we can book you in a standing appointment that won't affect work and your family life. And she just couldn't commit to it. She couldn't get her husband to cooperate with taking the kid to school. Her job was crazy, but that wasn't my problem. I like to have a peaceful work. Work was always kind of an escape for me to get away from home sometimes. So I made sure work was peaceful. And I just had to let her know, I really respect you, been coming to me a long time, but I can't have this upset every Thursday around this time of the day, because it's just not comfortable. So, and you're costing me money. Every time you call and cancel 1 minute before your appointment and your service is $100, you have cost me $100, because I've told somebody else no, and I don't overbook. Right. That's what, you gotta set the energy with the music that you play, and you set the atmosphere. It's really, we get to control everything that goes on around us. Pray before your clients come in, put the right music on. I have to make sure I'm listening to the right music. Sometimes it's gospel, sometimes it's contemporary. And so I had to let her know, you've done this. One time she did it 3 weeks in a row. I said, you cost me $300. You've cost me $300 because I've told somebody else no, and I told you yes, and your boss wants you to go to lunch. Guess what? You're technically at work, and you need to go to lunch with your boss. So, but you don't need to make an appointment with me until you're free and clear. And that way we can stay on good terms. So eventually, guess what? She had to find somebody that worked for her schedule. And she would go to this person, and every now and then, like when she had like a day off, like I'm surprised she hasn't called me for today, being that it's a holiday. That's when she can come see me, when she doesn't have to work. But she ended up having to choose a stylist that keeps her in the shop all night, but he can work around her crazy schedule. But that means she's in the salon all night. And she was like, man, I sure miss coming to you, but I got to sit in there with him all night. She's like, I dang near spent Christmas in there, and that's just the cost. So when you can get clients in and out, that's a niche. You can charge for that. When you can get clients in and out the shop, your prices can go up. If you hold clients hostage all day, don't expect them to pay. Yes, and I was charging her. I was actually charging her every time she missed. And even though I was only charging her $50, after it happened 3 times, and I was like, you know what? I can't even afford to do it for $50. You are messing up my book, and you're messing up my money. So you get it together, and then you can come see me when your time allows. But your schedule doesn't work with my business program right now. And all they can do is respect that, because when they have to go to that other person and sit all day or listen to rap music and be neglected, then they realize, okay, let me find a way to get it together so I can go see Tim. So I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys this morning. Take those, marketing tips, use them, tweak them, share them with somebody, so it can work in their business. And if you're ready to give yourself a raise and you need a little roadmap on how you're going to adjust your prices, oh, no problem, thank you. How you're going to adjust your prices, how you're going to communicate this, that's something in the class on the 2nd. I'll give you a script on, yes, I am at the Beauty CEO on Instagram, the Beauty CEO. You can follow me there. And you can follow me on, that's mostly where I'm at. Instagram and Facebook is Tammy Golden. But I'm going to also help you, give you scripts so that you can actually, what is the language you need to say to express that your prices have went up? Because it's one thing to raise your prices, but if you can't communicate that to the client and let them know and firmly look them in the eye when they ask you, well, why? You don't really owe them a why your prices went up. When you go to the gas station, the prices went up, you getting gas. When you go to Vons or Kroger's and the milk went up, you don't go to the front desk and ask them why the milk go up. The milk just went up. Buy it or keep going. Now, you don't want to have a nasty attitude about it, but you know, if you have to let them know, say, oh, I'm just trying to stay in my profit zone and make sure that, it's worth you coming to work. If they were going to a job that didn't meet their needs, they would look for a new job. If you're going to a salon or going behind a chair every day that does not meet your bottom line, you need to look, your job is your clients. You need to look for some new clients that meets your bottom line. You don't have to be locked into lack or less than because they don't want to give it to you. There's somebody out there who wants to give it to you, who you have what they need, and you need to align yourself up with your target client. And that's what we'll discuss on the 2nd. So if you want to join that class, go to thebeautyceo.com. The ticket's only $49 investment. Hire new clients. You're taking new clients under new under new management, and you can even put that, oh, we're in the new management, these are new prices. And you got to manage yourself. You got to remanage yourself so that you stay in the profit zone. You would not be able to run any other business without being in the profit zone. So if you're not in the profit zone, you can get in the profit zone by changing your business, reorganizing some things, and giving yourself a raise. People don't want to talk about the money. It is about the money. That's what we go to work for, is to get money. That's how you pay bills. That's how you pay medical expenses. That's how you buy groceries. That's how you put your kids through school. That's how you drive a car. That's everything you do costs money. So if money is disturbing to people or they don't want to hear you talk about money, that's their problem. You have to get comfortable talking about money. If you don't feel good about what you charge for your service, you will not want to do the work. If you already know that I'm going to do all these braids for $100, I'm going to work 15 hours for $100. Are you going to take your time and give your best service? No, you're not. Show me some love. If you're doing a weave and you're only charging, I see these weaves for $75, $99. How are you making money when I can do a color for $200, $250 and do a color and style service and the weaver is still braiding down? You have got to get in the profit zone. And just because everybody else is charging less has nothing to do with your prices. Your location has nothing to do with your prices. I have been in the hood, super hood, South Central hood, and still charge $80 for a press and curl, $250 for a keratin, $250 for color. It does not matter where you are, what everybody's charging in your community, in your neighborhood. That's you subscribing to everybody else's issue. You can be anywhere and create value anywhere. It's up to you what kind of value you have for your service, and you're gonna align yourself with people who value what you have. So you're looking for people who line up with your level of value and what you have to offer, and they can afford it. You're not looking to, well, I'm in this community, I want to do everybody over here, because they may not line up with your service. When I was in the hood, and I would never go work in the hood again, but I was still there charging my prices, and I got it. But I also had to deal with this. I had to deal with somebody coming in, hey, I want to press the curl, how much you charge? See, most people where I'm at, they don't ask me how much I charge, they ask me what I do. And they're able to go on the website and see the prices, and they can determine if it fits their budget or not. They don't have to ask me. They're able to just, do that. But she asked me how much I charge. I told her, and she responded, why? I was kind of caught off guard. I said, why? I said, that's the price. And she said, well, everybody else is charging $40, $50. I can go across the street and get it for $40, $50. I said, well, then you could. You probably should go over there and spend $40 or $50. But what I offer, my service, my experience is $80. And these people in here don't have a problem paying for that. And I gently opened the door and I started walking towards the door so she could follow me, because I was not going to have this long conversation with her trying to devalue my service. And you have to watch out for people when they start asking too many questions about your prices. They're trying to devalue you and make you think, well, you know what? Maybe I'm not worth $75, $80, or $200. Yeah, well, everybody else, I should line up with everybody else. No, I don't believe in that. Don't line up with everybody else. Set your pace, run your own race. And you'll have, you'll be in the profit zone. Just because they're charging $40, they're probably not in the profit zone, and they probably work at FedEx at nighttime so they can profit. So I don't want to go to FedEx. I don't want to take a nighttime job. I don't want to go to the docks and work on the longshoremen. It's in our industry. If Madam C.J. Walker, Annie Malone, and them could be millionaires in 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, we definitely can be hitting $500,000 a year, as long as we're targeting our market and we're building. Once, Kelly, you start to get those clients that are paying $250 and you're doing 4 a day, imagine if you add 2 more. You're taking your service up and you're creating your value, and you may can add 3 more if you had an assistant. An assistant doesn't cost you more than $75, $100 a day. So some of you need to get an assistant so you can increase your rate per hour. And that's one thing that we'll learn on November 2nd. If you register, it's $49, thebeautyceo.com. You can increase your bottom line by raising your prices and then hiring somebody to service your clients, to get the client started, get the client draped, where all you have to do is go over and do the consultation. Then you can advise the assistant what to start with, to do the shampoo, do the conditioner, to greet her, to get her client card filled out, to get her, her changed into her robe or whatever she's going to change in. So you can keep working, but there's somebody else attending to your clients. Stop thinking assistant and think concierge. You're offering them more value, so it's definitely going to cost more, and you're able to give them a better experience, just like the Disneyland. They want to give their clients a better experience, so they're adding more service, they're investing so that they raise the price and lower the amount of people that they service. Your assistant or your concierge person should be able to book that client's next appointment. Go ahead and open the tablet or the appointment book and book their next appointment while you're working doing somebody's hair. They should be able to check them out and take care of the credit card transaction. Every minute you save from having to walk around and do small things, you can stay behind that chair and maximize your time versus having to stop, take 15, 20 minutes, check somebody out, do the retail sale. That's what your assistant or your concierge person should be doing for you. So November 2nd, charge your worth. I don't have any more copies of this book. If you want to buy it, you can go on Amazon and buy it, because guess what? I'm launching a new advanced or revised version. It should be done by end of November. So I'm adding about 3 more chapters to this book. You can go on Amazon. It's called Charge Your Worth. And you can purchase this copy, but I would suggest you wait if you, can, because I'm adding about 3 more chapters. I haven't published any more books. I've got some new information. I just want to tighten it up a little bit and things that I want to share. So I'll be launching that sometime the end of November. And so that's it. We've spent almost 2 hours together this morning. I'm excited. I hope you guys found some value. Share this with everybody you know. I'm gonna post the link on my Instagram and Facebook, and then I'll email it to my organization. And like I said, I look forward to working with you guys November 2nd, helping you guys take your business to the next level. Get your numbers figured out. Get your day number. Get your average ticket number. Your ideal client. Who is that person? Who is that person you need to start identifying as your ideal client, and stop worrying about doing everybody, just the ideal client. You may just need 20 ideal clients a week. You don't need to do 150 people a week that are driving you crazy. So, and then we'll be able to create the language, have the conversations to where you can communicate that to your client, and they'll understand, oh, okay, there's a price increase. I'm looking forward to it. Not just a price increase, but I'm gonna teach you how to increase the value too, so that You're offering higher level of service, higher value, and you can get paid more money. So you guys enjoy your day. Share this with somebody you know. All right, take care. Hello, blow hair. You can watch it. We're actually done, but you can actually watch the replay. All right, take care. Or follow me on IG for the replay at the Beauty CEO.
Okay.
Okay, Google Hangout. Let me close this out. Thank you for joining us. Who do we have on here? Who do we have on Google Hangout?
Yeah, this is me. I'm sideways right now.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so the broadcast is done. So did you like it?
I did. It was really good.
Okay, so that was some good information.
I was listening to you on here, and I was typing in, watching you on the other one too. So I was going back and forth. So that was cool.
My coffee's cold, but it still tastes good. So yeah, once I start talking, I can't stop. So share this with as many people. I'm gonna put the replay of the color class in, as well as I'm gonna archive this and save this, so you can share this video with people. They can watch this, and if you want to join that particular class, just go to beautyceo.com, and we're gonna have some more of what we did today, but it'll be targeted to the people in the class, to their numbers, and getting them on track.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, take care. All right.
You too. Bye-bye.